Don't blink, yink. Good look up their show because the folks are having a wonderful day on this gorgeous sunset of 13 July 25. People, feast your eyes on this. Feast your eyes on this. Today, I come in with a heavy news. It's not a news that I want. I was chilling on Reddit. If chilling is still something people say nowadays, I'm not sure if they still say it. And if they still say it, yep. I'm the cool guy. Trying to make fun of the situation because it's actually a really bad news. And it's about YouTube. So if you prefer TikTok, this doesn't bother you. If you prefer Snapchat, this doesn't bother you. If you prefer Pornhub, well, me too. So we should get together. We should be friends. Today, we have an announcement from YouTube, the one and only YouTube. The website is Insurance Cabal, which is awareness. Okay, cool website, right? And YouTube. And so what I'm gonna do is, there's the article I'm gonna be reading. I'm gonna give my opinion. So this is gonna be a fun video to do. So without further ado, let's go. It's gonna be boring, but at the same time, I think it's super important. And am I affected? No. Do I know people personally that's gonna get affected? Yes. So moments of prayer, my friends. Moments is done. YouTube rules to change from July 15 will affect these creature income. This creator. What man do online video streaming platform YouTube is changing another policy. Vision policy will come into effect from July 15. It's about the YouTube Partner Program. Currently, user can see the same kind of content when they open YouTube. YouTube is going to be bringing this update to change it. Deciding its partner program rules from July 15. Only new rules advertising revenue of large scale produced. What? Repeating and inauthentic content will be reduced. Company has not changed the condition for channel monetization. So, for example, you need 1,000 of followers, you need 4,000 watch hour. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, users should have more than 1,000. More than 1,000. Okay, when you say more than 1,000, it's 1,001. The channel. Apart from this, the channel should have 4,000 public watch hour. How did I fucking know that, bro? In 12 months or 10 million short views in 90 days. 10 million short views? You crazy, bro. Now this will not be long. This will no longer be the condition. Their user content should also be original and authentic. YouTube is bringing this update to reduce the number of spam and AI content shared. Promote original content while the content of creator who misses updates is getting good numbers. It may face demonetization. Now, I think what they're not saying that you have to say is they'll demonetize your video, not your channel. So this is still something. And again, I think a lot of people are going to complain, but we're going to get into this a bit later on. I went to high technology. YouTube has been flooded with such content. According to the company, these low-quality media or content are being generated with the help of AI. For example, user will easily get a AI voiceover, a photo, or AI's type content on YouTube and video clips. It sucks. It sucks that because there's so many channels that have a million of subscribers by generating AI content. It was generated with the help of AI and presented in a fundamental way, doing policy updates regarding such content. According to the company, this is a small update. However, it will affect those who create bulk content with the help of AI. Yeah. So this sucks. This is the article, by the way. So yeah, I saw this on Reddit watching Korn. I know people personally are going to get affected, which sucks. I know people that are going to be leaving watching YouTube because it's not allowed. So we're facing a couple of problems. Now, we'll start with the beginning, okay? This problem won't affect you because if you prefer TikTok, then you'll do TikTok. However, in my country, which is the beautiful land of Canada, TikTok, oh, what is that? What is that? TikTok. You're done? You're not done? Are you done now? You're done. Canada, there's no revenue for TikTok, so what's the point, right? Well, the point is actually a really fun platform to be live on. It's actually a really a cool platform to grow your people, and it's a platform I'm having fun on. This is the point. However, if I was going into more of a business mindset or a corporate, I don't know what you're saying, corporate, I believe this is it, Corpo, from Cyberpunk 2077, good. So I would be like, fuck. Also, at the same time, I know people that are gonna stop watching YouTube because there is a lot of AI content. There's a lot of easy bulk content. There's a lot of content that is extremely similar, which it kind of sucks. Like for example, I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls lately, in Elden Ring, and I'm getting a lot of edits from Dark Souls, which is a fantastic game, but they're all using the same song, and I'm like, okay, so yeah, there's a pros and there's cons. It's rewarding content creators that are doing original content, which is great, but then what about the content creator that needed that push, that AI push, that's different sort of media, right? Some people are genius behind programs, computer. Some people are just lucky to be good in front of a camera, right? It's a bit of a, it's a different type of art, but it's still art. So it kind of sucks for people like that, right? Now I'm lucky; I'm not one of those, so I'm not affected. However, I did a video about this recently. If I had to start my channel right now, and I thought how easy it is to get content and just use this sound and just use this and just use this video, I would do it. Because in the beginning, the goal was to create to be content creator. The goal is still to be content creator, but then it's a lot of fun. So I don't mind the fun. So yeah, so it's tough. It's tough for people that are gonna be suffering from it, but not everybody is touched. At the same time, you're kind of pushing people to be original, right? But then at the same time, like if less videos, so this is kind of crazy. This is kind of crazy because it's not necessarily how much content is put out is people view. It could be 100 videos per day coming out, but if there's not a single one that is being watched, what's the point, right? This is kind of negative, and some people are gonna be like, okay, well, YouTube isn't making that many views, so sponsors are gonna be like, well, there's not a high traffic anymore, so we're gonna be leaving, right? Now, at the same time, it's a shame because this, I mean it. Like for example, we just had Extreme University, and when you look at more than just a drama, it was actually good content. It was where to put your ads, how many ads to put per hours, and when to stream, what time to stream. It was actually really interesting. So yeah, so it's just cool. And nowadays you see kids being literally trained for that, being trained to be content creator, right? People that are starting super young. There was Jack Doherty. Jack Doherty, you may not like the guy, but at 15 years old, he was making a lot of money, and he had an understanding of ROI, or return of investment, right? Return of investment. So then he bought a house at 15 years old, and when they ask him where it is, he said, well, I'm going to go this place, right? This place, there's a lot of ROI. Now, the crazy part with this is it's a different thing. It's a very different thing. It's very different because it's a new generation, right? Now, if it was 2-3 months ago, I would be, because again, AI is kind of scary, right? AI is kind of super scary, but I'm talking to my friends. It's a tool. It's a tool, and you should be able to use a tool. Now, with this, you're kind of taking a stance against progress. So it's complex. It's really complex because, in a sense, the progress is your content creator, right, using the tool. So, for example, in 10 years, we're gonna have a lot of manual jobs that are gonna be replaced by robots. A lot of companies are gonna be totally automatized. Totally. That is still a plus. That is still a huge shit. So yeah, so this is kind of shitty. This is super shitty, So, but then at the same time, like, if everybody's using, okay, for example, if every single platform is using AI or allows AI content, then the fact that you're allowing AI content is a new norm. For example, with the COVID in 2020, right? What happened is a lot of people that never worked from home were allowed to work from home, to telework. I said it in English, but work from home, right? And then when the pandemic came back or reopened, or the pandemic stopped being a worry, and people were going back to work, some people were like, no, I've been working from home for 4 months. I showed you that I can work from home, and I want to work from home, so I should be allowed to work from home, right? Now, does it work like that? Not really. However, some people were like, well, if you don't let me work from home, fuck you. I'm not gonna work from home. I'm not gonna work here, right? And even then, when you look in making content is not a job. However, it's a source of revenue. Okay, so again, making content isn't. It's a source of revenue. What I say is it a job? Absolutely, it can be a job. It can be a job because it's your main source of revenue. But what if it's not your main source of revenue? What if you have a company? So for example, I'm gonna take example like Rich Piana. One of my favorite example. You guys heard about it. You guys heard me talk about the whole thing, right? Rich came in at a time where there was the apocalypse. People weren't swearing, and then Rich, what he did was he swore in his video, but he swore a shit ton. Now, what was the advantage of that? Well, Rich understood that people still wanted to hear you swear, and because they still wanted to hear people swear, what they did was like, okay, well, guess what? I don't care about the money from YouTube. I have a product to promote, and with the product to promote, I'll be okay, right? Now, for example, people that are generating content with bulk content, AI content, they're saying unoriginal, but then I'm gonna be talking about this much later on. Me, it's more for AI content. So, for example, even right now am watching something. Now, I'm gonna be devil advocate, right? I used to be dead against AI, and now I review something and it's kind of crazy cool. It is kind of crazy fucking cool, and it is Howard Stern show. Some people at recording of the Howard Stern show, and what they're doing is they're playing the audio in the background, and the AI is generating pictures. So yeah, so it's kind of fun because it's supposed to be audio, but you're getting a visual stimulant. So I love it. It's fucking nice. A game like The Tower. We're playing The Tower, the game, right? And the problem with The Tower is the music that they're using is copyrighted. So I don't have music, and because I don't have music, I have to find something in the background, right? This is just the way it is. Oh, 50%. 30%. Oh, before you go. My phone is having a huge problem, bro. Huge problem. This phone is having a huge problem. The Wi-Fi. It's okay. So yeah, so this is a pro. And then as a viewer, I love it. As a content creator, I agree with it. I don't care. I think art is art no matter what. As long as it's artistic, I don't care, right? It's not because it's made with tools that cannot be, right? For example, there's this content creator, one of my favorite content creator, Casey Neistat. Casey Neistat use a lot of visual. So what he does is going to tell you a story, and then he's going to build something. He's going to draw. He's going to he's going to do a drawing or build a structure to show it, right? And he's using tool. Now, the reality is, I think that he feels a bit insecure about his narrative talents. So what he does is, like, I'm visual, so I'm going to explain it visually speaking. I think that's phenomenal because you're allowing somebody to be comfortable in the content they're doing. Being comfortable in the content that you're doing is extremely important. You should be today, tomorrow, the next day, you should be able to be comfortable in the content you're making. Then what's the point otherwise? Now, for creativity, like I said, if every single platform are allowing mass content, unoriginal content, AI generated content, then YouTube will fall behind. People will go to see their thing. I saw something super cool. They was doing the Yeti, no, it wasn't the Yeti. It was the Sasquatch, and they were doing an AI. The Sasquatch were talking, and they were doing things. And it was super funny. They did a Harry Potter AI with the gym bro, which was super funny. Super funny. So other platforms using these might be better. Already for the short term of content, people aren't going to YouTube anymore. They're going to TikTok, right? So yeah, this plays a lot. So for the short term, YouTube just lost. I'm gonna go with a huge example. I'm Canadian, so we have a coffee shop called Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons has been the place for coffee for decades. And then McDonald, what they did was they had a McCafe, and then Tim Hortons saw their profit or their margin go down a lot because they had a competitor. They didn't have the monopoly anymore, or the monopoly of making coffee quickly. You can go to a coffee, they'll put a fresh pot there. With Tim Hortons, what they do, or with McCafe, what they do is they always have a pot of coffee ready. So when you go in, it's kind of quick, you know? Second of all, so what I'm saying with this is YouTube used to be the king, Twitch used to be the king, but then they had competition, and then they kind of fell behind, right? Which is kind of like a shame, but still, it's what it is, right? So then with YouTube doing that, and then at the same time, we're talking about creativity, okay? They're talking about uninspired content. Well, creativity in itself doesn't matter which tool you're using. If you're using Photoshop, if you're using I don't know, ChatGPT, if you're using voiceovers, it doesn't mean that you're not creative, right? I don't know if lazy content is the same as uninspired content. I don't know that. My videos are lazy content. My video is me talking to camera. That's it. Sometimes I'll do something else, but most of the time it's lazy content. Just me sitting down talking. Now, we're lucky. We're getting this. So even then, I'm doing some lazy content. And isn't that lazy? Your boy's actually pretty freaking busy. If I so myself. Not to brag, not to kiss my own ass, but kissing my own ass. Why aren't you uploading? I don't know. Why aren't you uploading? I wish you did. So with the uninspiring content, at the same time, people. Okay, so this is weird. And again, I'm gonna sound like such an asshole. I did a couple of videos on how much I love garbage TV. Garbage TV to me was unbelievable because it was a way to turn off my brain. And now my father's been watching Jackal. My father has been watching Tulsa King and Yellowstone, right? So there's super scripted content, super scripted. And then I'm watching a show like Jersey Shore or Big Brother, and it's a bit more like, you know, Survivor. It's a bit more freedom. So you see the characters and you open the characters that are entertaining, and then you know that you're gonna put those two characters together, you're gonna fight. So you do it, you know. So in the eyes of a lot of people, garbage TV is uninspired. Is it still entertaining? Absolutely. Do I care about how inspired it is? No, I care how entertained I am, right? And this is the difference. If I'm entertained with content that is not inspiring, and I'm entertained with that, then that's fine. My goal on making content right now is, of course, it's to inspire you guys long term. But is it constant? Is it 100% of the video that I'm gonna do is gonna be inspiring? Is every single thing that I'm gonna say is gonna be inspiring? No, I'm fucking nuts. I'm insane. So I'll say some insane things, right? And that's just me. But yeah, it's a huge problem because a lot of people that could have become content creator. See, another thing, there's multiple generation of content creator. The content creator that are inspiring others from the first gen and the second gen and the third gen, right? What if that person, right, was super creative, but used a lot of tools, right? And then you said, oh well, this is unauthentic content, right? And then this person that is not unauthentic, you just don't find the content authentic, but it doesn't mean it is. Need to do this to get some confidence and to become more and more comfortable in front of the camera and actually doing it. When I started making content, what I was doing, I was streaming. You could hear my voice and see a fucking game. You understand? And then I got the confidence, and then I got to see you guys. But that's it. And then this person with getting confidence started to be really confident and make videos. I'm at 40,000 videos, and that's 49,000 with the gaming channel. Is everything inspired? No. Is everything full of energy? No. Some of it is uninspired. Some of this is low energy. Sometime I'm in a bad mood, I'll go play a game of Fortnite, and I don't even put the mic on. That's low effort, but it's still content, right? If I'm able to inspire people later on, when I started making content, I would have been inspiring, right? It's through years that I've got the confidence myself to be confident enough to inspire people. So it's bad, it's scary. And then you have to be the judge. What is inspiring? What falls into, well, this we accept, this we doesn't accept. The AI, it's a program. the program itself doesn't feel emotions. I'll make a video, okay? I'll film the sunrise. Nature beauty, bro. It's still uninspired. It's still, in your eyes, something that doesn't have enough effort to be worth monetizing. I'm not making a penny on social media, so it doesn't matter. And even if I was making a penny, I wouldn't be making much. I don't mind. Then let's be honest, how many of us are really making content because they have a passion? You know? How many people are seeing this as an opportunity? Is it a bad thing? No. No. You should be able to see the things as you want to see them. You want to see this as a dollar sign? See it as a dollar sign. You want to see this as your future? It's your future. You want to see it as just having fun? Just having fun. It's complex. It's complex. It's complex. So here's where I stand. Here's the news. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you pro the new stance? Are you against the new stance? What are some possible consequences? What's some possible solution, right? What I personally think, they're gonna do a time, then they're gonna see how much traffic they're losing. So traffic is viewer and content creator. And they're gonna reiterate, right? Twitch did the same thing. Twitch allowed artistic nudity. Then right away they retracted it. They were desperate. But again, I have to applaud YouTube because they're putting forward the idea that you have to be inspired. Anyway, I have to charge your phone. I love you guys. Peace.